Yes, guys, good morning. It is Sunday morning. It's a bit earlier than usual, but I was really hoping to wake up to an Eze bomber. It's not happened as yet, but hopefully, maybe either during the show or later on in the day, we will get that. We will get that good news that Eze is finally coming to Spurs. Let's keep our fingers crossed. It seems to be going on forever, doesn't it? We had so many rumours last night about the deal nearly done, inching towards being done. And then we get that one person who's, is a difficult deal to do. And everyone is in panic. And it is what it is. The joys of the transfer window. Good morning, guys. I hope you slept well. Like I say, I am going a bit earlier this morning. May have plans later. So I thought I'd get one out early. That come out all wrong. I thought I'd get a show out early for you guys. Like I say, wanted to talk about yesterday's game. Want to talk about hopefully the signings that I was hoping might have been coming in, but I still am hopeful. Guys, in the comments, let me know how you're feeling before I start. If you haven't been here before, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have been here before, just like, because hopefully you have already subscribed. Let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about our great club, Tottenham Hotspur. Let's see who's in the chat first off. Chris is here. He says, big up, Nige. I'm getting really worried about Eze now. Yes, the longer it goes, the more worried you get. It seems, from what everyone's been saying, it is almost there. And the fact that Eze wants Spurs is added bit of reassurance. We still need to agree a fee, though. Let's hope that's done. Let's hope we get that bomber within the next couple of hours, and yeah, we can all relax about Eze a little bit. But I'm with you there, Chris. I am extremely nervous currently that it's not going to get done, but we will see. Rainman's in the house. Big up, Rainman. Says, morning all. Glad to be back at the lane yesterday to see the group of regulars around me, and nice to start with a decent win, of course. Yes, mate. I hope you had a good day. And listen, a win's a win. We were never going to be flying out of blocks and playing that beautiful football, but I've saw enough yesterday to think that actually we're going to have a really good season. Yes, at the back at times, still a little bit open. I think that was more to do with us giving the ball away though than tactically. But good solid home performance opening day. So I'm chuffed to bits. Absolutely chuffed to bits. Razzle's in the house. Good morning, Razzle. I hope you're well. Mark Taylor's in the house. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you, mate. As I get a pop up come up, lovely. Marcus is in. Big up, Marcus. Hope you're well, mate. Razzle saying easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, I love that song. Should have put that as the intro, really, shouldn't I? And Razzle saying at this point, I think Eze is happening now, especially if he is dropped today from the Palace squad. I think this is what we're waiting for, isn't it? To see whether he plays. Imagine the meltdown if Eze starts today for Palace. It's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We will have to see. Are they the 2 o'clock kickoff? Have a quick look a sec. I think they're the 2 o'clock kickoff, aren't they? Palace. So we're no quite early today. It's not 2 o'clock. So we're not going to be waiting too long to find out if Eze is playing today, and I'm sure we will get those rumours before the game as well, whether he's starting. So I reckon we know by midday, maybe midday, if this deal was going ahead. I'm clutching a little bit, but I'm really hopeful today is the day. Guys, have you all got your cup of tea? You all got your cup of coffee? What are you drinking? I have a cup of tea today. So yeah, lovely way to start the morning. Rainman saying yesterday showed how much we need a focal number 10. Sarr and Berg are fab competitive, ball carrying eights, but we need creativity up top. Yeah, it's hard to disagree, mate. I think it really does show. But what was nice is the fact that we brought in two teenagers into our midfield in Gray and Bergval, and to be fair, for the most part, they didn't look out of place, did they? So really happy with the side that Thomas Frank picked. I mean, let's get into the team. Were you, before kickoff, were you surprised when I saw the lineup? I was a little bit like, oh, I'm not sure this is a good idea. Opening game, go as strong as you can. Let's get those 3 points. But they did the job. They did the job. We won the game. You know, not the best first half. Second half, I think Spurs took control and looked really comfortable. We were only playing Burnley. We have got to remember that. And people will say, "Well, Burnley only let in." Yeah, but we're a step up now. This is Premier League football, and over the last 4 or 5 years, every time Burnley have come up, they've struggled. So I think it was a game we were always likely to win. But the fact we went and did it, and kind of did it in style in the end, was nice to see. And Rayman saying, fingers crossed, Razzle, absolutely, fingers crossed. Razzle saying, Rayman, games against lesser teams in the league like your Burnley are when you need them most. I didn't expect a 3-0 yesterday. No, I thought we'd win. I thought 2-0. I thought before the game a 2-0 victory. Didn't really see us conceding, but I thought it would take maybe a penalty or a set piece for us to break them down. The fact that we scored really early helped. Meant that we could relax a little bit and not, I can imagine if it's 0-0 going into, 35, 40 minutes, you know what crowd are like anywhere, but, they started to get a bit restless. The fact that we scored that early goal, yeah, I think helped us definitely. But Rayman, let us know, mate. You were at the game yesterday. What was the atmosphere like? Was it good? Um, did you see any of the protests? Yeah, let me know. Let us know in the chat. So, guys, let's talk about Richarlison. Richarlison. This is a man that I didn't want anywhere near the club this summer. I'll be the first to admit I wanted him gone. I wanted him gone, but he proved me wrong yesterday. Listen, it wasn't perfect performance, but it's the first game of the season, so it's never going to be perfect. But I thought Richarlison led the line well. He does what he always does. He's a pain in the ass. He puts himself about. And I thought his first goal was a lovely finish, really nice finish. And his second goal, absolutely beautiful finish. And if we can get this version of Richarlison, then there's going to be problems for Solanke. He may struggle to get back in that first team. Let me know what you think, guys. Richarlison, Solanke, who's your starter? Bit harsh on Solanke, I know he's not had a pre-season, but currently there is no doubt, in my opinion, that Richarlison, he's a man with a shirt, and it's up to Solanke now to try and get it off him. I think I read a stat that Richarlison has scored 13 goals in 16 Premier League starts for Spurs. If that's the case, that is a very good record. And yeah, I'm more than happy to keep him at the club if he can keep doing what he did yesterday. I think that's all we ask as fans. We're always going to have our favourites. We're always going to have players we don't rate. And it's up to the players that we don't rate to prove to us why they should be in the team. And I think Richarlison absolutely did that 100% yesterday. Rainman saying, yep, I was shocked at average age of 20 central midfielders, but he did a great job. Even Gray, I think the lad needs to be more confident in his ability and take the safety breaks off. Yeah, I agree totally. I agree. I think he's got a lot of talent. I think he grew into the game. And listen, he's not going to start every game, but I think these kind of games at home are absolutely perfect for him. Maybe a Sunderland at home, maybe a Leeds at home. I mean, definitely a Leeds at home. I think that would be a good game for him. But these kind of games when we're playing teams near the bottom or expected to go down, maybe have a Gray in there. And if we need to, we can stick a Polina with him. Because I think then he learns off Polina. I haven't got an issue with Gray starting at all. I was just a little panicked yesterday that there was so many youngsters in there. But they did a really good job. They did a really good job. Where's Shen? I thought Jacob Steinborg, I think it's Jacob Steinborg, isn't it? Said last night we are closing in on Eze. we've had so many reports, haven't we, about Eze and that we're closing in on him and a deal's nearly done. But then 20 minutes later, something else had come out like, yeah, we're still very much in for him, but the deal's not done yet. And, you know, I'm just like, come on, just get it done. Get it done. I'm literally having a quick look through Twitter now as I speak, and nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. No bombers as yet. I'm sure you guys in the chat will tell me if anything come in anyway. But yeah, I'm a bit on edge with the whole Eze thing. Like I say, went to bed last night so excited. We've won our opening Premier League game. We looked good. We looked solid for the most part. Eze's on his way. Savio's on his way. We're still interested in a centre back. Now I'm hearing last night that Morgan Rogers is on the list. It's like, oh my God, Spurs are going places. Woke up this morning a little bit like, oh, okay, nothing's happened yet. But yeah, there is plenty of time. We will see what happens today. And Rayman said atmosphere was relatively quiet, to be honest. Some singing, but not as much as I'd like. You know what? I mean, I've obviously not been to the stadium as much as you, Rayman. I've probably been like 5 or 6 times, but every time I've been, the atmosphere's been a bit flat. The one thing I loved about White Hart Lane, and listen, White Hart Lane could be like that too at times, but yeah, I always think the atmosphere was a lot better at the old stadium. But I suppose we've got to have a team on the pitch to get us excited. Hopefully, yesterday was the start of things to come. What I absolutely loved, and we're getting to Kudas in a bit, but that crossfield pass to him when he just did a little trick as he controlled it. Oh wow! And the fans there were just off their seats, weren't they? Doesn't take a lot to get Tottenham fans off their seats, but that will do it. Things like that. I think Kudas is going to be an absolute legend at Tottenham. Razzle saying, I think Frank took a risk with the lineup, but we got through it and managed to rotate some key players. Yes. Yeah, couldn't agree more. I think it was a bit of a risk, a brave risk, though. Not many managers would have done that. Opening day of the Premier League season in their first game. If we had lost, he would have got a lot of stick, but we didn't. We got the job done. We won comfortably. Clean sheet, like you say, Razzle. I am one more game closer to Spurs conceding under 40 goals in the Premier League this season. So it's all good. It's all good at the moment. Chris Shane and Miguel Delaney said negotiations have become difficult. Don't know who to believe. Yes, I've read that as well. But again, you get so many reports in a day, don't you? You get one report about that, and then suddenly 5 minutes later, something else will come out saying, "Don't worry, it's all good." So I guess we're going to find out a lot today. I think today we find out a lot. Razzle saying, Chris, reading Sky Sports, I think it's close. They don't really spout hearsay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like I say, I'm guessing we're going to find out more today. Hopefully. Neo's in the house. Big up, mate. Richarlison is a captain in my fantasy team. Love him. Well, that's a brave pick, mate. Well, fair play to you. Fair play to you. If I did a fantasy team, which I don't do because I never do transfers, I used to love it back when it first started. You picked your team, that was your team. Bish bash bosh. And whereas now it's nah. I can't do it. I can't be going on my team and transferring people in and out every week. I definitely wouldn't have picked Richarlison or put him captain. But fair play. I guess you do put strikers as captains though, don't you? Because you get more points, I'm guessing, if they score. But yeah, fair play. Let's hope he scores many more goals for you. Yeah. As I was saying, you got a result now. Absolutely. Rain Man saying, I went early to go to the protest, me and about 30 others. Is that all that was there? Like 30 people? Jesus, if that's the case. If that's the case, and that's for me, well, I just think maybe the timing was wrong. Like I say, I'm all for the protests. I think we need to do what we can to make this chairman realise that the club and the football team comes first. But for me, I just think, mate, let's wait till the window shuts, and then we've got more ammunition to give to it. If we'll see what happens. But listen, fair play to you for going. I'm just disappointed there was only 30 people there. Razzle said Morgan Rogers will be an opportune signing if Villa need FFP, I reckon. I heard many, many, many people saying that we would never get Morgan Rogers because, Villa are going places and Spurs aren't. Listen, let's be honest. If we got Morgan Rogers, that would be a signing. I'm not sure if we would get him as well as Eze, as well as Savio. I mean, I thought he was a 10. Is he a 10? Is he an 8? Is he more of a Morgan Gibbs White? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But I love him. Listen, I think Morgan Rogers, top player. Top player. Corey boy's in the house. Big up, Corey, mate. I hope you're well. Saying good morning, my fellow Yids and Yidettes. I must say, rest in peace to the Brighton fan who sadly passed away at the game yesterday. I didn't know that. Yeah. Rest in peace. That's really sad. That's really sad. Rayman saying, what couple of goals from Richy yesterday. They certainly got people off their seats. Yeah, that second goal was absolute magic, wasn't it? It was just a good move. Apparently it was like 17 passes. Started with the goalkeeper, did it? And yeah, 17 passes. That little drop of the shoulder from Kudaso. It feels like he doesn't even need any space to make space. Because he was gone. He literally faced him up, drop of the shoulder, one touch passed, crossed. Wasn't the best cross in the world, but Richarlison, what a great finish. And for me, Richarlison, I think he's really good at those difficult chances. One-on-ones, a chance where he's got time, maybe not so good. But yeah, on those difficult ones, those ones that you think he's got no chance of scoring, I think he's pretty solid. Like Richarlison now, like I say, wasn't his biggest fan, but those were 2 goals yesterday, so it's up to him now to score more. Hopefully he's gonna start more and score more, and we will see. Rainman saying sad to hear Corey Rip. It is sad to hear. It's never nice. People go to football to what you never expect to lose someone at a football match. So yeah, heartbreaking news for his family. So yeah, terrible. Christian, I don't think an Eze Bomber will happen today if he's in the squad. No, I think if he's in the squad, that tells us a lot. It doesn't say, of course, we won't get him over the next 2 weeks. But all those people saying the deal's close, I think if he's in the squad, it shows it's not. So we will see. Corey Boy saying, I said Tuesday, it looks like Kudus and Richie have a telepathic connection already. 2 games together looks exciting. Yeah, they worked together well, didn't they, in the Paris Saint-Germain game, and they did it again yesterday. Really good. Both. I mean, I really like the first goal because, again, Kudus beats his man, pulls the ball back, but pulls it back to around the penalty area where Richarlison, it's just pulled back, and it was a lovely finish. A lovely finish. And Corey saying, I've just found out it's my neighbour's granddad, so gutted for him. Such a lovely bloke. That is sad. That is sad, yeah, especially when you know somebody. So, yeah, not good. Razzle saying, Richie always seems to score the half chances, but won't score the clear-cut ones. Man, I told you, it was telepathic, mate. Telepathic. I totally agree. I think, yeah, the half chances, Richie's top-notch at. But when it's the clear-cut ones, and this is, again, Solanke's, I think, the opposite. I think the half chances, Solanke struggles, but the clear-cut ones, I think Solanke's better than Richarlison. Guys, let me know in the comments, Richarlison or Solanke. Which one are you going for as our main striker next season? I think it's yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season. It's nice now that Richie started, scored a couple of goals, give himself confidence, and now Solanke's come in and it's like, right, I gotta start hitting the ground running. I gotta start scoring goals. Might be a bit healthy competition, which I like. I like. And I'm still saying, is that for your 20 plus prediction? You know what? I'm still saying Solanke's gonna get 20 goals this season in the Premier League. If he starts more games, obviously he's not fit yet. hadn't had a pre-season. I still think if both players are fit and Solanke is properly fit, still think he's probably our first choice. But I don't know. I don't know after watching that yesterday. It's a difficult one. Obviously, I got an itchy nose. Obviously, if Solanke isn't starting every week, he's probably not going to score 20 Premier League goals. Um, let's see what happens. Listen, in all fairness, I don't care who scores 20. I don't care if it's Richie. I don't care if it's Solanke, as long as one of them does. But we will see. I am backtracking a bit. Yeah, I'm clutching a little bit, Razzle, I must admit. And Corey Boy saying, Richie, yeah, Richie's your starter. Fair play. Rainman saying, Corey, players have clearly been given license to cross the ball. I'm all for it. Keep crossing and forwards will take their chances to get in the box and then they will score goals. Yeah, absolutely agree. I think we and Frank likes crosses, doesn't he? His Brentford side put a lot of balls into the box. So I think that's going to happen. And you know what? We have quality out wide now. Certainly on the right, we have quality where, we are going to be putting good balls into good areas. Whereas before, I kind of felt with Johnson and with Tao, they are a little bit hit and hope sometimes, a little bit just guesswork. Johnson very much, and this is under Ange. I don't necessarily blame Johnson for this because you saw the training. Get the ball out wide, get it in low. That was Johnson's remit. And he did it well, but it was a little bit hit and hope. I think now with that quality out wide, and if we can get Savio out on the left, I think whoever's up front should be scoring 20 Premier League goals because we are going to be getting plenty of balls in those boxes and looking dangerous from set pieces as well. Um, let's go to the next comment. Corey saying, can't stand one good season, Dom. There's reasons why both Chelsea and Liverpool got rid of him. I think that's a little bit harsh, mate, just because he was so young when he was at both clubs. Um, but, each to their own. Listen, I don't think Solanke's great. I don't think either of our strikers are fantastic. But if I had the choice, I would still probably just about start with Solanke if both were fit. But Richarlison's doing his job, and at the moment, that's all you can ask for. And if he's putting pressure on Solanke, that's only good for the club. Eugene's in the house. Big up, Eugene. I hope you're well, mate. What time is it where you are? I can never work out whether it's early or late. I'm guessing it must be early or late. Don't know. Let me know. Neo saying, I think we're going to rotate in the FA Cup and League Cup. So we are going out before the quarterfinals. In the league, we are top 5. I have a feeling that our squad is going to be perfect for Champions League final again. Wow. That is a call. That is a call. Somebody clip it. Um, I'm not sure. I kind of agree with you for the League Cup. I think we're going to rotate. If we can get a good draw, though, who knows? Thing is, with the FA Cup, it's not till January, is it? So a lot can happen between now and January. Injuries. We might bring more players in. I think the FA Cup we might take seriously. Not sure about the League Cup. Um, top 5 in the league with this squad currently no. If we can sign 2 or 3 top players, there's absolutely no reason why we can't be the best of the rest. If we sign 2 or 3 top players, not your Alcanuses, your Ezes, your Savios, your Henkapis, then we have a great chance of getting into that top 5. I have a feeling our squad is going to be perfect for Champions League. Um, I'm not sure if you meant Champions League final. I'm thinking no. Champions League football. I think if we get these players in, I think we can unleash them on the Champions League. I don't see why we can't get into knockouts. And then who knows? If we get a good draw, you never, ever know. Razzle saying, Rainman, Frank came out yesterday and says he wants more crosses into the box. It's one of his gameplays. Absolutely. Absolutely. Richie is our first choice now at the Mo. He kind of is, isn't he? Kind of is. He's scoring the goals. Barbaric's in the house. Big up, Barbaric. Says, good morning, Nigel and chat. Let's get those likes and subs smashed, people. Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it. I am aiming for 1,100 today. I am 12 away, 12 subs away. So hopefully I can get that before we finish or just after. Rain Man saying, I love it, Razzle. Was obvious, to be honest. There was a left-footed cross from Johnson. I nearly fell off my chair in shock. He put a couple of left-footed crosses in, didn't he? And yeah, one of them was actually quite good, wasn't it? In the first couple of minutes, he stood one up to the back post, and I'm like, oh, hello. And then literally about 10 minutes later, he went down the wing, tried to put a cross in and just knocked it straight out of play. But he is right-footed and he's playing on the left, so you got to give him a little bit of like, oh, it is what it is. I think we're going to be replacing him. We will talk about Johnson in a minute as well, because I think we need to. Razzle said the next game will be the real test as to where we are as a team. It's going to be a tough one, isn't it? But I'm always confident when we go to City now. We'll probably get smashed up like 5-0 after I've said that. But I just think there's no reason why we can't go there and, put in a good performance. And hopefully have a few bits of stardust in the side alongside Kudus as well. Corey saying, I get that, Rain Man, but I just think Richy is a better forward than Dom. Richy looks stronger than Dom, and it's embarrassing for me, being bent over 6 foot like Dom, to be pushed over as easy as he is. Yeah, I do think Dom needs to be a little bit more nasty. I think he's a little bit too nice now. Always, like, he's a bit like Sonny in the fact that he always seems to be smiling, just happy to be there. I want Solanke to just get a little bit nasty and, start leaving your foot in now. Start growling at defenders. So one thing about Richarlison, whatever you think about his quality, he's constantly snarling, isn't he, at his defenders and giving them a hard time. So that's what I'd like to see a bit more in Solanke. Eugene saying it's 3:13 p.m. here. So yeah, nice. Yeah, whenever I see you on a stream, or it's always like, guys, it's like 4 a.m. I've got to go to bed. So no, fair play. Razzle saying, I think we'll be rotating the strikers all season, depending on the opponents and formation. Agreed, totally agreed. And I actually think we'll be doing this with the whole team, to be honest. And the one thing I've said it on a few shows now, I think if we get these players, if we get an Eze, if we get a Savio, Eze, and Kudus, they don't have to play every game together. It'd be nice to see them in every game, but there will be games when we can go, okay, we'll take Kudus out today because we still have Eze, we still have Savio. We can give Johnson a game on the right. As bad as it sounds, and there'll be other games where it's like, okay, we don't need Savio today, we'll take him out. We're putting a Tau in. They don't have to play every game because we still got that threat with 2 of the players. And as long as they can all stay fit, I think that's probably what Frank will do, and then hopefully unleash them in the Champions League. Razzle saying, who is faster, Solanke or Richy? I think Solanke wins that, doesn't he? What do you think, guys? I think Solanke wins the who's quicker, definitely. But let me know what you think. And who's stronger? I don't know whether Richy is stronger. I just don't think Solanke puts himself about as much as he should. Big Bad Rom is in the house. Good morning, buddy. Good morning, mate. I hope you're well. And then he follows it up with any news. Well, let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look on the old Twitter sphere to see what's happening, to see if we had any bombers drop. 18 minutes ago, Fabrizio Romano says, understands Savinho remains keen on Tottenham move as negotiations are not over yet. Tottenham plan to try again for Savinho after first bid revealed 1 week ago. Manchester City closing doors on exit, but in case of improved proposal, stance could change. So at the moment, that's a no-go. But again, doesn't mean it's not. And actually, Pep come out yesterday, didn't he, and said we need to sell, or we want to sell more players. So, and then literally seconds later, has come out saying Spurs are prepared to make a club record bid for Savinho as their third and hopefully final offer. So yeah, as for anything towards Eze, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, Eze's gone a bit quiet, isn't it? I'm guessing that's understandable. I said there's a couple of people on Twitter who have got the old Spurs shirt in the Spurs shop with Eze on the back. and like, I'm considering it. Well, you go for it, mate. You be that person to get an Eze shirt. I've seen a couple of Arsenal fans have got Eze shirts, didn't they? That went well for them. So yes, I don't think I could do that personally. So no, Rom, at the moment, nothing regarding Eze and Savio, nothing we don't already know. Rayman saying, Coy, I actually think Lancashire is more of a natural in the box finisher than Solanke. I agree. I actually quite like Lancashire. Obviously, I don't think he's quite good enough yet, but I kind of agree. I think Lancashire has the look that he could become a really good striker. Whether he's Premier League class or not, I don't know. But I quite like him. I really hope he has a good season this year. Christian, no way the Eze deal collapses after all these reports. Well, mate, we've been here before, haven't we, with Morgan Gibbs White a couple of weeks ago. You'd hope not, but you would think, how difficult can the deal be? I know it's business, and business isn't as straightforward as what you would think, but just go in, offer the money. How do you want it paid? Oh, you want it in 2 installments instead of 3? Okay, we can do that. I mean, I'm sure they could. I'm sure they could, but it is what it is. It will get done when it gets done. Rom is saying, wow, we looked very solid for long periods yesterday. We are still a bit rusty, but it was a vast change from Ange ball, but still very entertaining. Absolutely. Listen, it's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to rock up and in Frank's first game be like stunning and play fantastic football. It's just not going to happen. It's just not what happens in football. Every team was rusty. Liverpool looked rusty. City for the first 20 minutes against Wolves looked a little bit rusty. And I think that's pretty natural. The fact that we come away with a good, solid 3-0 victory, I don't think there's anything to complain about. A clean sheet and Richy scoring a couple of goals. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, if you haven't already, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get me past 1100 today. That would be really, really appreciated. And Rom saying, don't write off Johnson. He's bulked up, and I think Frank will improve him. He's a goal scorer. And let's get on to Johnson now, because you know what? He is one that actually, during the game, did absolutely, as always, nothing. The square root of nothing. He is not. I'm starting to really believe that he's not your build-up player. He's not your player that you're going to get the ball to and he's going to make things happen. But what he is a natural finisher. Get him in box and he will score goals. He's an interesting one because that finish to make it 3-0 was such a good finish. He played on the shoulder of the defender, great ball in by Sarr, one touch to take it through and just knocked it under the keeper to make it 3-0, and it was just so natural. I think Johnson's probably the best finisher we have at the club. And the problem is he's not big enough, and he's not. But I know you're saying he's bulked up, Ron, but he's not. He's not bulked up enough to be a lone striker up there, is he? So I think he's the kind of player who's going to play off the striker if we play a 2 up front, or come in off the wing to almost play as a second striker in that way. But I just don't see where he gets the game time. It's going to be interesting to see what we do with Johnson this season. But listen, I'm not ever going to bash him, because whereas he's not the greatest player, what he is for me absolutely deadly in front of goal, and he will score goals. Given the chances this season, he will score goals. What I'm saying, Richie's ball control is improving, and some players take longer to gel than others. Partnerships on the field are developing too. And again, this is it. You can't expect players to come in and they're not just going to gel straight away, especially with new tactics and new manager. It's going to take a while, isn't it? So I'm excited about what I've seen. I think it's hard not to be. I think it's as a Spurs fan, or as Spurs fans, if we cannot get excited about the opening day victory, about the way we played, and about the possibility of the players coming in, what's the point? What's the point? We're all football fans. What are we all football fans for? See our club play well, to see our club win. And we've started the season great. So let's just hope we can continue. There's going to be tough games. There's going to be games in which we lose. There's going to be games in which we're not at the races. We play poorly. We've got to stick together, guys. We've got to stick together. But so happy at the moment with the way we played. Eugene saying, I'm 7 hours ahead at the moment. Oh, okay, that's probably pretty much like my mum. My mum lives in Perth. I think she's 8 hours in front. Um, so yeah, fair play. Ron, you have to be really quick to be able to catch pigeons, mate. I don't know. I mean, they seem to always miss the car, don't they? How many times you're driving there's a pigeon in the road? Should I slow down? I mean, why should I? And no matter how fast you're going, they're just like, oh, I hit him. I'm sure I did. And you look around, it's just either walking across the road or just flying away. Yeah, pigeons are pretty quick. To be fair, they look slow, but they're quicker than they look. Barbaric saying, "Can we can replace Kudus with Johnson, Sheriff's influence." Yeah, he has that. He has that way with me, Sheriff. But I'm not talking about every game. I'm only talking, obviously, if we had Eze and Savio as well. I think maybe we can afford to rest one of them, bring them in and out of different games. Um, but we will see. Let's get those players first. Razzle saying, good news for Savio is Oscar Bob played really well yesterday for City. Yeah, he did. He did. Top player, isn't he, Oscar Bob? Really good player. Lucky Singh saying, good win. But what I'm going to say, it's regular. What? It's fodder. Oh, good win. But what I'm going to say is a regulation fodder bigger. I expect a lot of big sides to play them. I think I get what you're saying there, mate. But yeah, absolutely. Corey saying, if anyone is down Brighton for the Brighton Spurs match this year, let's grab a pint together. This season for Spurs is going to be exciting. And it's all because of Frank and his knowledge of football. Yes, I agree totally 100%, mate. I love Brighton. Brighton's a lovely place. But the last time I went to Brighton, I went with my ex. And yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely. And then we broke up like a week later. So yeah, Brighton always is a little bit like, oh, I love that place, but oh, it just pulls at the heartstrings. It is what it is. Lucky Singh saying, what you're going to say when it comes to midfield, a lot bigger teams will expose it. Yeah, but I don't think we're going to be playing that midfield against the biggest teams, are we? That's the thing. We're not going to be playing those players. We're not, the likes of Gray and Bergvall probably won't play against your Liverpools, against your Cities. I fully expect Polinia and Bentancur to be in the team next Saturday against City, and hopefully instead of Sarr, maybe Eze will be your number 10. Though I probably think, in all honesty, if we bought Eze this week and he was fit for the City game, I'd expect him to start on the bench. Don't know what you guys think. I think Sarr has done enough, certainly in pre-season and yesterday, to say that he's at the moment probably number one of your first picks, because I think he's done really well. Let me know what you think about Sarr, guys. Eugene saying, if he is constantly scoring, I will not call him Brenda. Razzle saying, 2 games in, Nige, which players would you want on the transfer list, or have you changed your mind in any way? Players on the transfer list, I think Basuma has to go. I don't know what you guys think of Basuma, but for me, he really let the club down with his lateness. I think it's not difficult to be up and about, and I'd understand if you had to be training at 6 a.m., but even that, get up at 5 a.m. What's the issue? You're a professional. It's your job. We all have to get up for work, and I'm hardly ever late. In fact, I'm never late for work. Um, so for me, it's not difficult. He let the club down, and he should be sold. Regardless of what I think of him as a player, and I think he is very hit and miss. I think he can be fantastic. I actually think he'd be perfect for that number 8 role at the moment for Spurs. But he's let us down. He let us down in the Super Cup, because if he was there, we could have brought him on instead of a Gray, and maybe we would have won that game. So for me, if we can get a price from Sal, Richarlison was my other one that I thought had to go. I'm still of the opinion, if I'm honest, anyone see that Vlahovic go yesterday? That was an absolute banger. If we were to get a Vlahovic but had to sell Richarlison, I'm still up for it. I'm still up for it. But yeah, for me, Basuma's probably the one that I would sell. I'm not sure who else in this squad we have to sell. I mean, I know a lot of people will probably happily see the back of Johnson. Don't think that's ever going to happen, not this season anyway. Um, so for me, Basuma's the big standout one. Let me know what you think, guys. Lucky Singh saying bigger teams will expose that midfield. Again, like I just said, I don't think that midfield starts against the bigger sides. And Lucky Singh saying even Savinho. Well, we got to get them in first. And Eugene saying, yep, just like Perth. Fair play, mate. Lucky saying it's important start for Tottenham, no doubt. It is all about getting the victory and actually looking pretty solid as well for the most part. We did give the ball away. Romero first half was very sloppy at times with the ball, but again, he'll grow into it. It's the opening game in the season. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. We won the game 3-0. There's not a lot to be disappointed about, or there is absolutely nothing to be negative about at the moment. I implore anyone who is out there thinking negative thoughts about Tottenham at the moment to wind your neck in because we won our opening game and things are going to be happening this week. And regardless, we're all Tottenham. Let's get behind the club. You know, the last 18 months, bar that amazing cup win, has been hard work watching Spurs. So let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. That cheeky control from Jay. Oh, that was, yeah, something special, mate. Lucky Singh saying Burnley lay off a lot. Um, yeah, I mean, Burnley are going to be, they probably are going to be the whipping dogs of the Premier League. Let's not make any bones. He's not got the quality really to stay up. You know, I think they're going to struggle. I think they're really going to struggle this season. But we will see. Rainman saying Johnson is a drain on the team out wide and absolutely fantastic in the box. Be interesting to see how Frank sorts him out. Yeah, it is a really interesting one as regards to Johnson, isn't it? Because there's no doubt of his quality in front of goal. He just hasn't got any quality elsewhere. So I think we need him. I think we need him because he can score. But I just don't know. It's a difficult one. Corey Boy saying that cheeky control from Kudus yesterday, not seen anything like it since Bell. It was stunning, wasn't it? And it's those little things that get the fans going. And Rainman was saying earlier how it was a bit quiet yesterday at Tottenham, you know, not as much singing as he would have liked. It's those things that happen on the pitch that get the crowd going. And I think we've struggled to get that over the last certainly over the last year. So hopefully the likes of Kudus and the likes of Eze, should he come in, and the likes of Savio, if he comes in, or whoever comes in, um, will bring that back and get the fans excited again, because I think that's what we need. We've been so used to just poor performances at Tottenham over the last year. You know, only 6 wins all season in the Premier League at White Hart Lane, and we need better. And we started well, so lots to be happy about. Rainman saying, did you see that the Burnley FB had a couple of digs at Kudus after that trick? Loving it. Yes, yes. I mean, if if footballers can't be footballers and express themselves, what's the point? This is why we love football, isn't it? To see things like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Corey Boy saying the bigger teams will have to play Polina and Benny with Sarr. I'm not Gray's biggest fan, and yesterday he proved again that he was just not good enough for what some fans think he is. Yeah, yeah, he definitely needs for me alone. I don't think it's going to happen. And I think he'll play. I think he'll play plenty of games, Corey. I don't know what you think. I think, like I said earlier, the likes of the smaller teams, the likes of the teams that are going to be in and around the relegations, your Leeds, yeah, your Sunderlands, your West Hams. Sorry, West Ham. You were awful yesterday. Absolutely awful. I think Gray starts at home, especially. Maybe not away, but at home. Milton's in the house. Big up, Milton. Says, I hope you're well, Nige. Are we getting Eze and who's going out the door? Well, currently, I don't know if we're getting Eze. I hope we are. Who's going out the door? I think for me, it's only Basuma. I think he's probably the only one I can see leaving. Um, but we will see as I'm going again through Twitter, and again, nothing's happening. We're just getting news that we've seen before, but yeah, nothing happening as yet. So hopefully today things will start happening. But big up Milton. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're feeling better now. Corey Boy saying I would sell Dom, keep Richie, and bring in a new striker. Yeah, I'm still kind of with you now. If we can get a new striker in, I am still very much up for that. Milton saying, how long is Hill out for? What a waste of money. Can't believe we lost Lamella to cash in for one of the Beatles. Yeah, it's the worst haircut in history, isn't it? I mean, come on, mate. Just jealous, of course, but it is what it is. I thought Gill was on his way to Bologna. Is it Bologna? Or is it someone else? I don't know. I thought he was on his way out anyway. But I know he's been injured again most of pre-season. Another one who, whenever he's at Tottenham, is always injured. Um, Eugene saying, only if Richie didn't get a hat-trick. Only if Richie didn't get a hat-trick. Yeah, it's a bit sad he got taken off, really, isn't it? But yeah, it is what it is. Like he sings saying Polinia Johnson is going to be a mixed match. I don't see Johnson starting many games this season, but again, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. It looks like you might keep some players. Eze, I think most players are going to stay at Spurs. To be honest, the only one I can really see us selling, as I've said, is Basuma. I don't see anyone else leaving. Let me know in the comments what you think, guys. I mean, we're not going to be selling Dragishin. We're not going to be selling Davis. Trying to think who else we got. Fullbacks aren't going to leave. I can't see us selling any other midfielders. So I think Basuma's the one. And if we get another striker and someone comes in, which I think now they would need to have a little bit more money in the bank to buy Richarlison. But we'll see. I don't see Richarlison going at all. I think he's currently our number one striker, sadly. Philly's in the house. Big up, Philly. Hope you're well, mate. Saying big up, Nige. And everyone in chat on this beautiful Sunday morning. It is lovely, isn't it? It's a lovely morning. Here in the West Country. Don't know what it's like where you guys are all over the world, but here in the West Country it's a beautiful morning. Corey saying, I know how we can sort out Johnson, and that's transfer listed. Boo. Left fullback, sorry. Yeah, do we bring in another left back? Spence played well there yesterday, didn't he? I know you were talking about the Kudus bit. And yeah, it's just sad, isn't it? Players can't enjoy watching their counterparts do a lovely bit of skill, and I don't know what you can enjoy. But now I've read it, slightly different than how you meant it. But do you think we bring in another fullback? I'm not sure we do. I'm not sure we need it. Maybe this is why the Hincapi rumours are rife at the moment, because he can play either, like I say, a bit like Van der Ven, left centre back or left fullback. So it'll be interesting. Milton saying, bloody tired, just finished work, a 14-hour shift. Ugh. I'll go back to work tomorrow. I've had a week off, so I'm not looking forward to that at all. I've got to get some work as well because, yeah, like I say, I'm self-employed, so I've been a bit lazy in like booking work in for next week. I have plenty of it, but I need more. So yeah, I've got to try and book in some work for tomorrow. So that will be my Sunday. Fun times. Razzle saying, Frank's biggest strength is playing on the other team's weaknesses. So I see a team being rotated based on where we can find those weaknesses. Absolutely spot on. I think this is what I love about Frank, and Davis has already alluded to it in pre-season. It says we set up tactically to whoever we are playing. Not like the last manager when it was just we play how we play, it's who we are, mate. No, we actually have tactics and we set up differently to who we're playing. And I can't wait to see this. So it's going to be really interesting to see how we set up next week against Man City. Do we play with a three at the back? Does Danzo come back in? Who plays up front? You know, where does Eze fit in if he signs? So many interesting facets going on around the club. And I think, yeah, I can't wait for this season. I'm really excited by it. Hit the bars in the house. Big up, hit the bar. Hope you're well, mate. Saying hopefully West Ham get relegated this season. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Guys, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't too. I am chasing down 1100. I'm 11 away from it. So any help would be much appreciated. Corey Boy saying Sunderland will stay up. My bottom three are Leeds, Bournemouth, and either Brentford or Forest. I think Forest is a bit of a dream, but it'll be interesting to see how Brentford do. When do they play? Do they play today or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow, isn't it? Monday night. Bournemouth actually impressed me against Liverpool. I think they're going to be okay. I actually think they're going to be okay. I think they've got too much going forward to go down. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're going to do as well as last year. I just think they've got too much going forward. And I actually really like the centre half they bought. Um, can't remember his name now, but he looked good, yes, on Friday night. So Bournemouth, I think, will be okay. Leeds are going to be interesting. Going to be interesting to see how they do. And Sunderland, obviously, with their win yesterday, wow. So yeah, I think Burnley. I think Burnley are odds on to go down. Leeds at the moment, I'd say yes. And let's keep an eye on Brentford because I think if Brentford don't start well, they could have a difficult season. I'm saying get in better, mate. Thanks for asking. No problem, buddy. Lucky is saying, it's interesting blend for you, Johnson and Richarlison and Polinia and Eze. Yeah, yes. Um, absolutely, mate. The Beatles have more talent than Gil. Of course, yeah, of course. I think Hill's a weird one, isn't he? Because he's just don't know. He looks okay in Spanish football, but he's just not cut out for Premier League football. And the fact that no Spanish team actually want to sign him, they're quite happy to take him on loan, but they don't want to sign him. I think says a lot about where he is as a footballer, maybe. But that's just me. Hill saying, Razzle Dazzle saying Hill is injured, so he doesn't get transferred and sees how his wages here. Yeah, sees out his wages here. Yeah, it's disappointing. Is this the last year of his contract this year? I'd just rip it up. I'd be tempted to say, listen, mate, just go. I don't see a point in keeping him. I really don't. And maybe Manuel Solomon. I forgot about Solomon. I forgot he was even here. Yeah, I think he goes, definitely. I think Solomon goes. So yes, Solomon, Hill, if we can get rid of him, and Basuma. But certainly out of the first team squad, just Basuma, really. But yeah, I think Solomon goes. I think we probably get 20 million for him, don't we? What do you reckon we'd get for Solomon? I think we get 20 mil if we can get him sold. Corey saying to keep Davis such a backwards move. Should just let bang average Ben go. I mean, I'm not against letting Ben go, but we've got to have the quality coming in. It's all right if we've signed somebody, but we haven't. So right now, I guess we got to keep him, haven't we? So we need bodies in that defensive area. Like I said, if we were signing a Hincapi, not got a problem at all with letting Davis go. But right now, just for numbers, I think we got to keep him. Lucky saying lovely sunshine. Wow, that's good. Yeah, I think it's lovely sunshine pretty much everywhere at the moment. So yeah, good times. Milton saying, do you know if Mikey Moore's played for Rangers? It's a cold afternoon in Oz. Mikey Moore played yesterday, and as far as I'm aware, he got an assist. Um, when I say an assist, it was just literally he laid it back to someone who shot from outside the box, but it's still an assist. Not sure how it ended there, so I'm not sure. I literally just saw that he got an assist. Not sure what else he did. If anyone else is in the comments knows how Mikey Moore did yesterday, like I say, I know he got an assist, but don't know what else. I'm lucky Singh said Nottingham. I don't think Forest go down. I really don't. Corey said Johnson offers nothing all game and then scores the fans lap it up. Can't stand passengers on the pitch. It's a team game. Yeah, it's hard to disagree, but then he does come up with goals. It's one of them, isn't it? If you look at his stats, if we're going based on just stats, and I'm very much a watch from the eyes kind of fan, I want a player to excite me, and a player that doesn't give the ball away, a player that puts good crosses in, and a player that scores goals. I want all of those things in a player. But if you, so I'm getting texts. if you just look at stats alone, I think Johnson's your man. If you don't, if you want a player that's going to contribute during the game, then Johnson's definitely not. It does feel like you're playing with 10 men sometimes. Milton saying, I must admit, Sunderland look decent, to be fair. They do look decent, but I think we've just got to take it the fact that it was West Ham, and West Ham are anything but decent. Anything but decent. They're going to struggle this season, West Ham. They could actually be somebody who could go down. Rainman said, Spence had a fantastic game. He's such a good footballer, but we probably do need a left footer on that side to put some crosses in. Yes, and I guess we got obviously the doggy's back soon, but yeah, I think we need another left footer right now. And then Spence can go and do the right, because that's really, he's a right back, but he played really well. Again, I think he's improved so much, Spence, and he will continue to improve under Frank, in my opinion. Razzle said, Mikey Moore played yesterday and got an assist in a 4-2 win for Rangers. Yes, like I said, I knew he got an assist, but I think when I was watching it, it was I don't know whether he got an assist for one of the first couple of goals. I think it was only like 2-0 at the time or something. So don't know whether he, might have scored or assisted more, but he didn't. But yeah, good debut for him. Good debut. Kate's in the house. Big up, Kate. I hope you're well. And Milton said, Nige, do you know the prize money if we had won the Super Cup? I don't. I have no idea. Does anyone else know the prize money? Was there prize money? Surely that kind of money would have gone to like some sort of charity or something. I don't know. No, I don't know the answer to that, Milton, I'm afraid, mate. But Corey Boy saying Frank's footballing IQ is off the charts. He studies every opponent and sets up accordingly. He has multiple tactical setups. What the hell? That is a massive word, mate. You just expected me to read that? Which? Oh, okay. Okay, got it now. Which Postecoglou didn't have. I was going to say, what the hell is that? That's a really big word. Barbaric saying it's just over 4 million for the winners and 3 million for the losers. Okay. Well, it's not bad, is it? 3 million quid for a friendly. Happy days. It was just a friendly, let's be honest. Because we didn't win. If we had won, it would have been the greatest trophy in Tottenham's history. But it is what it is. Razzle saying Brentford v Forest 2 p.m. today. Boring 0-0 incoming. Yes, it'd be interesting to see. I might take a little look at that, see how well Morgan Gibbs White plays, or whether he's just can't be bothered anymore. We will see. Philly saying with Thomas Frank Nige, he plays chess while others are playing checkers. Absolutely bang on, mate. I think we have got a fantastic manager. I really do. A lot of Frank haters out there because they are Ange lovers. I think they're going to be surprised. But we will see. Corey saying, what has me with Frank is he's always in and around the technical box, taking notes, giving players direction. Even Cochrane does it. And compare them to the last forward we had as a manager. Yeah, I agree. I love the way that he's always busy. He's always doing something. He's got his tactics board out. He's moving stuff around. He's talking to his coaches. And hardly ever spoke to his coaches. And I think that's a real worry. And I'm so happy. So happy we have Frank. Brentford staying up. I will tell you. They could well stay up. They should stay up. But I think there are worse sides than them. But it will be interesting to see how they do. Yeah, Milton sent 15 to 18 million for Manor. I mean, I take that. Vindaloo saying, morning everyone, still buzzing from the win. Absolutely. I suppose calm down, long season ahead. Absolutely. Very long season ahead. We're going to lose games. Big up Vindaloo for being in the house, mate. Very long season ahead. But, we've started well. Up to you boys now. Can you get a win at Old Trafford? If not, we're ahead of you in the league, mate. We're ahead of you. I know it's only one game, but it would be nice. It would be lovely, wouldn't it, if United could do us a favour and beat Arsenal for us. But we will see. I am again having a quick look on Twitter to see if anything is breaking. Again, absolutely nothing currently. So I think it's going to be a long weekend. Oh, wow. Okay, this is news coming in from Gary Jacob. says Tottenham Hotspur transfer target Eberechi Eze is set to start for Crystal Palace against Chelsea. We will see. If that's the case, this deal isn't anywhere near being done, and I'd be thoroughly annoyed. That would just listen. It is what it is. Palace have got every right to start him, but it just shows the deal is nowhere near if he does start today. Lucky Singh saying West Ham Wolves could be in trouble, quite possibly. Corey saying hello to people. Corey Boy saying for me, Biss sold Solomon Hill. I would wait for Kulu to be fit. Sell him Madison when he is fit. Can't have a team full of Darren Andertons when we need a squad of people on Doctor. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Sadly, I agree with Madison as well. I'd be looking to sell him once he's fit again. Audio, big up audio saying Moore got an assist and Alfie Devine scored v Leicester yesterday. Yes, he did, didn't he? Good finish as well. West Ham, Burnley, Bournemouth to be relegated from Milton. It depends how the Prem reacts to Frank's tactics after about 10 games or so. Then we will see how Frank adapts. Well, I think that's a difficult one, mate, isn't it? Because it's not like Frank's just appeared in the Premier League. He's got 7 years experience and 3 or 4 years experience with Brentford in the Premier League, maybe a bit more. So it's not like he's new. I don't think he's like Ange. Um, I think Frank's a little bit more clued up than that. Um, but yes, Razzle saying audio. Did you see the Divine go? Nice finish from that angle. It was a really nice finish. Philly saying I was hoping Deadpool Ryan Reynolds would do us Spurs fans a favour and take Ben Davis to Wrexham. Oh dear. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he's still. Listen, I think he's here, isn't he, for the season? So we just gotta suck it up, I guess. Lucky saying West Ham Wolves could be in trouble relegation, including Burnley. I think we all pretty much know that who kind of are going to be those bottom sides. Definitely think West Ham are going to be down there for sure after yesterday's performance. I mean, Sunderland, I think, are going to be a tough team to beat at Sunderland, but West Ham just absolutely fell apart, didn't they? Milton said, "Nice question for you, mate. Do you think we will be the most improved dark horse?" I don't know. I'm going to put the question back to you. Do you think we will? I think we currently with the squad we have, I still think it's going to be a tough season. I still don't see us getting into that top 7. Um, but I think with Frank's tactics, with the squad that we have, if we didn't get injuries, I think we could finish in and around 8th or 9th. If we can get Diez's, if we can get the Savios, if we can add a little bit more Stardust, then I think there's an excellent chance if we can keep everyone fit that we could be the best of the rest. But it does all depend on variables, on who we keep fit, on who we get in. Currently, I would say best 8th, more likely 9th or 10th. But guys, let us know what you think. Razzle saying we got 4.3 million for turning up to the Super Cup. Not a bad deal, is it? Not a bad deal. Vindaloo saying, always rated Richy, never seemed happy with your last managers, but seems happy now. I think he's going to have a good season. He does, doesn't he? He does seem a lot happier. Sulked a lot, I found, certainly under Ange, maybe under Conte as well. Did sulk a lot, so it'll be interesting to see. He definitely looks happy. It looks a bit leaner as well. It looks like he's lost a bit of weight. I don't know what you guys think, but definitely think he will have a better season this season if he isn't sold, which I don't think he will be now. Um, wait. Vindaloo said, hey, wait, I'm an Ange lover. Still miss him. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You can miss him. You can miss him. I'm a bit of an Arteta lover. I think he's great. I think he's absolutely fantastic. Razzle saying, I think Divine will be so depressed and come the end of the loan if he plays well for them, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Milton said, nice. Breaking news coming in right now. Spurs just signed. I mean, if that happened, I don't think there's any way in the history of life that would ever happen again. Thank the Lord. Gory Boy saying, "Don't worry, Ange fans. Once a desperate club needs to scratch the bottom of the barrel, you will have him. Yeah, he will find himself somewhere. It's going to be interesting to see what Ange does. Be interesting to see where he goes. Don't see him going to another Premier League club. Um, but it'll be interesting." As a Christian, as a set to start for Palace, we will see. I guess at 2 o'clock. I think there is going to be a bit of a meltdown at 2 if he starts for Palace today. Vindaloo saying Old Trafford always gives us a good game. I agree, you usually do well there, don't you? But it's going to be an interesting game seeing United strike force against you guys. I still think United have got issues, but with that strike force they have now, goals in the team. Darren Reese, big up, mate. I hope you're well. Saying morning, Nige. Pep and Savio said Savio was injured in that's the case. Why wasn't his name on the injury list? I don't think he's injured at all, mate. I really don't. I think he's one of them. I think he's told Pep that he wants to leave, and Pep's that kind of manager that he's very much like, well, then you're not in my plans. And I think something will happen now. Not sure if it's going to happen until right at the end of the window. I think this is going to be one that's going to run and run. Definitely don't think we buy him before the City game. But yeah, let's see. But big up, Darren. Hope you're well, mate. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Audio talking to Razzle. Machina Joe, big up, mate. Saying, has anyone changed their mind? I said Liverpool will win nothing this season. City will win the league. Interesting, isn't it? Watching Liverpool. Guys, let me know what you think about Liverpool. I thought they were great going forward, as they always are, but they did look open at the back. And the midfield was open. I think, listen, they're going to win a lot more games than they lose, but it's definitely something that the manager needs to sort out. I think if they play that open all season, I don't think they win the league. So I'm with you there. I think City currently, after one game, and it is only one game, City looks strong. And I think they're going to be the team to beat this season, City. And especially got Rodrigo to come back in yet, haven't they? So we will see, guys, 50 people in the house. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I'm going to go for another 10 minutes or so. And yeah, let's get me to 1,100 subs today. That would be absolutely fantastic. Lucky Singh saying Glazers out fans. We have some key players back. Xerxes, Cunha, Ahmad Diallo, Diego Dallo, Diego Leon, Bruno Fernandes, Ugarte. Yeah, I think, if United can get it right, I think they're in for a good season. It's just a question of can they get it right. Philly said, I was told Eze wasn't part of the Palace. If that has changed in the last 24 hours, a deal to Spurs is miles off. I agree. I was told that he wasn't going to be starting for Palace today. So either something's happened and, you know, negotiations are dead as of now. Maybe it's like they've just met up and it's like, this is our offer. Da, da, da. No, we can't do it. Okay. I'm sure phone calls will be made later. I'm sure we'll get back on it. The deal is close. There's no doubt about that. But obviously not as close as what some people were reporting if he's not in the squad. Or sorry, if he is in the squad and starts. Maybe he picks up an injury before the game. Who knows? Milton saying 4 years experience in the EPL with the Bees. Yeah, Frank has a lot of Premier League experience. I think he's going to be absolutely fine. And Corey Boy saying, Vin, Frank has a proven record versus top 6 clubs. Has his best points ratio with them that most managers in the league. Yeah, listen, I love Frank. I'll be the first to admit, he wasn't my first choice. I wanted Glasner or I wanted Poch back. But I am loving Frank. I am fully on the Frank train. Lucky Singh saying, we will embrace best sides and give anyone a match. Arsenal, we're going for the win. Yeah, I'm taking it you're a United fan, but I think it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. Chris saying, Morgan gives White all over again. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Razzle saying, after being the worst dark horse last season, we surely will be the best this season. Let's hope so. I've lost where I am. I do that quite often. Lose where I am. Razzle saying, I've just read that. SJ, big up SJ, saying approximately 5 million for the winner and 4 million for the loser. So it's around that £4 or £5 million mark, isn't it? Kate saying Kudus was our best player yesterday. Yeah, Kudus is somebody who's going to excite us as a fan base, isn't he? And I can't wait to see more of him. But he needs quality around him, and hopefully, over the next week or so, we will get that in. Milton saying Richie is happy as Paulinho is Portuguese, so he has someone to talk with. Well, again, if we get Savio in, he'll have someone else to talk with. So all good. Rainman saying, I think re-signing Werner might just kick off a mass protest again. Yeah, I think that you're probably right. Philly saying, I believe Spurs fans have already seen some of Thomas Frank adapting 3 at the back against PSG on Wednesday, with the wing backs offering width, and then yesterday lacking creativity. Frank made it work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Spurs fan John's in the house. Morning, Nige. Good morning, John. Am I okay to get a message to you, mate? Looking for a guest for Tuesday on Beyond the Lane. Would love you to come on. So, yeah, I will try and message you later. SJ saying, I think United will do Woolwich today. I think it's going to be a really interesting game. I really do. I think it has draw written all over it at the moment, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it, definitely. Milton saying, I honestly think we will sign 2 players that we haven't heard of yet. I hope not, mate, because if that happens, that means we probably aren't getting Eze and probably aren't getting Savio. But let's see. Let's see. Vindaloo saying Corey, I agree, but with different set of players, it's got a different headache. Plus, the top 6 have got stronger and will change tactics accordingly. But said Frank is a rate. It's going to be an interesting season, guys. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And as Spurs fans, if we can't be happy about winning our opening game comfortably and being linked with the kind of players we've been linked with currently, then so we need to give our head a wobble. I think nothing but positive vibes at the moment coming out of Spurs, and I love that. Savio posted a pic of him training to call out Pep's lie after he said that he was supposedly injured. Interesting. Interesting. Looks like they might have had a bit of a falling out there. Mashin says Richarlison with the 6 goals, same as against Serbia in the World Cup. God bless him. Nothing to do with the fact that I'm Croatian. I support Everton. Coys Arsenal beat. Wow. Listen, if we can get the best out of Richarlison this year, then absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That's all we want as Spurs fans is our strikers to score goals. Let's hope they do. SJ says Chelsea will win the league. Liverpool are the Spurs of last year, all out attack with 0 defence. I definitely think after watching Liverpool, they are going to struggle defensively. So it's going to be interesting to see. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to bring someone in or do something to stop that. I don't think bringing an Isak in is going to make much difference. Listen, Liverpool are going to be the team to watch this season for certain. They're going to score a lot of goals. I think they're going to concede a fair few as well. As for Chelsea winning the league, that's a call. That's a call. Fair play to you. I don't see it. But again, let's see how Chelsea do today. Talking to each other. Kate saying, Nigel, I still think we need another striker. Richie is injury prone. I'm not sold on Solanke either. Man City were fantastic yesterday. Yeah, ideally, 3 strikers would be perfect. Like you say, Richarlison is always injured. Guaranteed within the next month, Richarlison will be out. And Solanke's been injured since he's been at Spurs, hasn't he, as well? He's another one that's hardly ever injured before he came to Tottenham. As soon as he comes to Spurs, he's injured. But let's hope they can both stay fit. But yeah, I'd be more than happy if we brought in another striker as well. Milton saying with Liverpool and Man City, it comes down to fitness. The teams with the least amount of injuries win the league. I mean, yes, I kind of agree with that, but obviously got up the quality as well, and both of those sides have. Philly saying, with the pigeon, I want to see consistency, Nige. Let's see if he can maintain his form. Personally, I would just love to see those 2 goals yesterday and to get a decent price. Kind of, yeah, it's hard. Like I've said already, if we got a good price for Richarlison, I'm not against selling them at all. At all. Um, Lucky Singh saying, let Eze play Crystal Palace. No, no, don't let him play. I think something's going to happen. I think one way or another, we're going to find out today. Hopefully, it's good news. SJ saying, Eze's sat-nav is already set for Enfield. Well, apparently he's told all his English teammates that he's leaving for Spurs, so, or that he wants to join Tottenham. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. There will be a meltdown if it doesn't happen. There's no doubt about that. And Milton saying, I never wanted Poch back, never go back to an ex 100%. Listen, no fairness, I'd take my ex back in a heartbeat. Oh, beautiful. She's beautiful. Still, never mind. Spurs fan John saying, context is key. Burnley aren't great and had a couple of chances. We scored 3 excellent goals and defended well. You can only beat what's in front of you. And we rested Benny and Polina. Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to disagree. I think it was a good performance, you know. Like I say, we were a bit rusty. Romero a bit rusty at the back with his passing out at times, but listen, we're always going to give up chances. No team's not going to give up chances, and we did what we had to do. I must admit, I panicked a bit first half when I looked at the stats and I saw we conceded like 9 or 10 shots. I'm like, oh my God, is Ange all over again? But actually, a lot of those chances were like stupid angles, far out, and you know, it is what it is. Yeah, send a message will depend on time. Not a problem, mate. Not a problem at all. And Nanny Audits is in the house. Big up, Nanny Audits. Morning, chat and Nige. Good morning, Mrs. Cookie. Milton saying, what's a pint of beer worth in the UK? Well, it depends where you buy it, mate. Depends where you buy it. I would say London's probably about £7. Is that right? Where I am in the West Country, I think it's about a fiver for a pint, maybe 5.60, something like that. I've not been to the pub for a while, so I don't really know. Vindaloo saying, I don't think Eze's going to play today because you're closing in on transfer, what I'm hearing. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. John saying, do we think Biss has the same injury as Savinho? I think he absolutely does. Yeah. I don't think there's any way Biss is injured. Even when they were asking Frank yesterday, I don't know if you watched it, he couldn't look at the camera. He kind of looked down and was looking everywhere else. But I think that's a bit of a lie. But it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Razzle saying £5.50 to £7. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying. Philly saying, big up Spurs fan John. Next week game against City will tell a lot more. It absolutely will. Guys, I'm going to go for another 3 minutes now and 20. I think that's long enough. Yeah. It is crazy. Let's see if there's anyone else in the chat that I've not said hello to. Big up to each and every one of you that's been in this morning. I really do appreciate you. If you haven't already, smash that like, hit that subscribe button. I am chasing down 1100. If I could get there over the next 24 hours, that would be absolutely fantastic. And Jessica comes in saying, I'm from the West Country too. Whereabouts in the West Country are you from, Jessica? I am from the big old town of Trowbridge in Wiltshire. It's a nice little town. It's all right. There's not a lot to do, but they got coffee shops, and I love a coffee shop. So it is what it is. But guys, yeah, as I said, thank you so much for joining me. Smash a like, hit the subscribe on the way out, and I will see you on the next Breakfast with Pure Coys. I think I'm back tomorrow, but starting next week, I am back at work, so it will be a lot more. Mondays and Fridays will be my 2 days. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow, guys. Have a great afternoon. Hopefully enjoy the football. Jessica says Exeter, fair play. That's quite away from me, I think. But I have friends in Exeter. So yeah, I love Exeter. It's a nice place. Have a great day, guys. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay pure coys.